Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, you're continuing the journey of X-Men Evolution. This is Season 2, Episode 3, Bada-Bing, Bada-Boom. That is one of the most interesting titles I've ever seen reacting to shows on this channel. And seeing that title, I'm like, that is just a bizarre title. Bada-Bing, Bada-Boom. But here we are. Last week's episode was pretty significant for 3 reasons. And they're all kind of connected in a sense. Number one, the tease essentially of Jean's actual full abilities and the Phoenix Force a little bit. And that was really intense, and that was a big, of course, that was the main plot of the whole episode. But it was really cool to see them teasing that and hinting at the Phoenix Force and essentially Jean's powers getting more basically crazier because she is one of the most powerful mutants of all time, essentially. And they're kind of teeing it up because as somebody who was actually against this show back in the day when it was first airing, because I grew up on the X-Men 90s series, I rejected this show because it was different than what I was used to. But now that I'm older and watching it now for the first time all these years later, I can appreciate the fact that a lot of these mutants we're following in X-Men Evolution are still in high school. Like, they haven't fully developed, and fully grasp and understand their powers. That things like this are going to happen. So Jean, like, losing control and everything and basically teasing that she's going to become really powerful in Phoenix Force and all that kind of stuff, it makes sense that they're doing it in this show. It really does fit with the show, and it's pretty damn exciting. The second thing is more so in terms of relationships, in terms of Rogue kind of not admitting it, but revealing that she does care for Scott, and the fact that she was the one to try to help stop Jean, and Jean was speaking through Rogue to Scott, so that was making it a little bit more awkward because it's like he's talking to Jean, but he's talking to Rogue about, focusing on him and everything, and clearly she wants Scott to focus on her. So there's a whole relationship dynamic there. And the third thing is the introduction, the reveal that Hank McCoy Beast is in this show, and that he's in the school right now teaching. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So that was pretty damn exciting. So I'm ready to dive in now, guys. I'm really enjoying the journey so far. I think we have a lot more to go through this show, so I'm excited to get into now, guys. X-Men Evolution Season 2, Episode 3. Bada-Bing, Bada-Boom. Let's go.
Tabitha, you should be on your way down here with that basket. Oh, man. Boom, Boom. You placed my life in the hands of a maniac.
Bada-Bing, Bada... Okay. Oh, God.
First things first, right? We gotta boom apart these rocks. Fire in the hole!
I mean, that works.
You go. Ow! Wild blue yonder boy.
You are insane.
Yeah.
Okay, get the victim topside. You forgot to strap me in. 10 points off.
10 points off.
This isn't good.
No, it's not good. She's failing.
Well, hang on to your blue tail.
Okay. I'm sorry, she needs the... Oh.
Joke's over!
Joke's not over. He's actually passed out. Oh. Because she decided to play around and fuck up.
Is for there to be penalties. So, Tabitha, Kurt, for 2 weeks you're confined to the Institute every day after school.
Oh my
You're
God.
prohibited from using your powers.
Wait, what? Is that where the Brotherhood's staying? Yes.
Oh man, he's at it again!
What'll happen when Mystique shows up and finds out you busted into her room?
She ain't coming back, yo. So let's see if she left any cash lying around. Ow.
The Bayville High Carnival
Oh,
fundraiser. Now,
okay.
folks, remember, all proceeds will help cover the cost of rebuilding our gymnasium.
My daughter's enrolled here, Tabitha Smith. I'd like to see her.
Who's that?
Thank you.
Oh no, you're not supposed to use your powers. That's not obvious.
Hey, this isn't my locker.
I think we got off easy.
Please. Professor X needs to loosen his necktie, Blue. I mean, what good is having these powers? I love these. Like
That's
that
his, and she
Borrow
just...
your social studies book. Return it later. Thanks. Bye.
I don't like this character that much.
Yo, dude,
No.
you're late for chemistry.
It can be 2 long months, Princess. But I finally tracked you down.
Oh shit. So that is actually her dad.
Leave me alone.
Uh-oh.
I have to get to class.
See, I something's going on. And at first I'm like, is that Mystique or I don't know? And it's like, no, okay, it's actually her dad.
Cheer up. There'll be other carnivals. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
cheer
like
up.
I ate or anything, right?
No. Hello, Tabitha.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Blue.
hi.
Got your social studies book right here.
Chicks dig the fuzzy man.
Is that what it is?
She doodled all over it. Look,
Oh.
and she even dots her eyes with little explosions.
So funny she almost got you killed this morning.
Well,
Look,
yeah.
just be careful around her, huh, Kurt?
Yeah, be careful. Oh no, he's smitten. He's smitten.
What do you think of mine?
You have no parental rights here, Mr. Smith.
Uh-oh.
Tabitha's mother has left explicit instructions regarding your visitation.
You don't think I know what kind of secret freak show this place is, huh?
Are you trying to make a point, Mr. Smith?
I see Tabitha now, or I'll have news crews here.
Oh,
You choose.
Those hands of yours.
dude.
Thinking I might relocate
Oh,
into a jar on my
oh
drip.
shit.
I just want to talk to my daughter soon,
Are
but
you sure?
after things are settled and we get the creditors off our back.
I knew it. All you want is money.
Just enough to help us get back on our feet, Tabby, that's all.
Hi, Blue. Come on. You can zing us over there and back before anybody even knows.
No. No, this is not a good
I
idea.
don't know, Tabitha. No. No can do.
Wanna go faster?
Yeah.
Careful. He's not even paying attention.
Whoa.
Oh, they're like they're drunk.
Come on.
Okay, this is not.
Man, I love teleporting. You can just exit a bad sitch anytime you want. You are so lucky.
Hey!
Hey.
This ain't what I meant when I said I wanted it loaded!
Hi. Mind if I jump in?
Oh,
No problem.
hello.
I thought you were here with Gene, though. And Kurt.
Yeah, eventually they'd be discovered.
Hey, there she is again. Come on.
Look, I figure I'll just drain a few video games, maybe some payphones.
Jump change.
Jump change.
I got my sights set on something bigger.
Of course, the dad
We'll vote
wants
in the office.
all the
You're
proceeds
gonna
for the
blow it,
gym
I'm gonna
repairment.
Clean it out.
No, no, no.
Here's the thing: he's gonna catch her stealing the money, and is that gonna make it to where she gets kicked
Scott,
out?
I need your help.
This is bad. This is bad, man.
Alarm's probably tripped.
Yo, Pops.
Oh.
I'm here to make a withdrawal.
Oh crap!
What do you think of my technique now, Tabby?
Unimpressed.
Anybody here seen a lost bag of cash?
What are you guys doing here?
Well,
Looking to get hurt, that's what.
oh shit! Here we go. In the gym, really the destroyed gym. Okay, now get out of there. Watch it. Damn it, guys, focus.
Grab my hand, please!
He doesn't care. Of course. This guy's an ass. And she's a part of it too, I bet. They're gonna arrest her maybe too.
I'll just go pick up my stuff and be out of your way.
Tabitha, you don't have to leave the Institute.
Yes, I do. Goodbye, Blue.
Wow.
You know where we are if you need us.
She's there.
Hey there.
That's right.
Blue, dying of thirst. Hey, this one's locked.
Oh no!
She's breaking in.
Not bad.
Holy
I guess I
crap.
could do.
Really? That's Mystique's room?
So, stay out of my room.
I don't understand why she left.
Hard to say. But you know, once she sees what it's like out there, this place will look awfully good to her.
Something tells me she knows exactly what it's like out there.
The title makes more sense after we now know who the episode is focusing on, which is Boom Boom Tabitha, who was teased in the season 2 premiere, throwing one of her little boom balls or whatever, her little like firecracker type powers at a group of some of the new mutants they were kind of teasing through that whole entire scene. And we had an episode focused on her. I'll be honest, because I have to be honest, right? I can't sugarcoat, gotta be honest. I'm conflicted on my thoughts on this character. A part of me feels sorry for her because clearly she was raised in a very bad situation because they brought her father into the mix, who apparently has some outstanding warrants, and he wanted money. And he's like, well, if you steal me some money, you get me some money to help us back on our feet, then, you know, I'll be out of your hair. Now, I don't know if he is still with her mom because her mom left her at the Xavier Institute and gave strict instructions and everything like that. So, like, you know, was trying to get her away from the situation. So I don't know if she's still with her dad. I mean, he made it seem like it, but I don't know what to believe because the guy is a liar and everything, and he only cared about the cash. But they were kind of showing that side to explain where she came from. On the other hand, even before this and even after, I really don't like the character that much. I really don't like her. I don't. And I feel bad for saying that because, like I said, the other half of me sees where I understand why she is the way she is because she was in a very bad situation. You saw how she responded as soon as she saw her dad. And at first, when they introduced him in that small little scene saying, hey, I'm looking for my daughter, Tabitha, it was clear that something's up there. But I'm like, is this Mystique? Because I just don't trust anybody at this point because anybody could be Mystique, right? Because she's out there somewhere. So when it was revealed it wasn't Mystique, it was actually her father, you saw the look on her face change when she sees him and realizes he's here, right? So that was an eye-opening moment for me. And then, of course, learning more information and hearing him talk to her and how it really affects her, just even seeing him and hearing him talk. But I'm still conflicted because I still also just don't really like the character that much. And she makes a really bad decision. Well, a couple of bad decisions, but she actually agrees to help her dad steal the money that's being raised at this carnival for a fundraiser, basically to help raise the money to repair the gym that was destroyed in the fire, the accident that they all believe that took place when actually it was because the Brotherhood decided to be asses at a soccer game and cause mayhem and destruction, and the X-Men had to intervene. So, all that. But that's what he wanted. He wanted the money. He didn't really care about bringing her back because he essentially wanted her to come back home to help steal money to get them back on their feet. Which, if he has outstanding warrants, how could they be a family exactly? Because he'd be constantly on the run, I would think, if he has a lot of outstanding warrants on top of what he just did in this episode. So yeah, there's a lot of that in this mix. So we open the episode with Kurt Nightcrawler being rescued off the cliff of around the X Mansion near the ocean, and she's not really caring, not really paying attention. It's a training mission with all of the other recruits or newer members of the X Mansion, Xavier School, and they're learning. And I'm guessing this was probably the last training session or whatever. Maybe there was other people down there pretending to be knocked out, and then they had other people coming down in different ways with their powers. But we only focused on her in this episode. But we see a shot. A panning shot of all of them essentially there, and they're kind of X-Men uniform, not really, it's like a training uniform, just kind of getting used to using their powers, and so they they know it's a training session and everything, but she's not really caring. She's having a little fun. She's like, Nightcrawler's not working for you, when she finally gets down there, and she's treating him like he's not really, a knocked out individual or whatever. She doesn't really care. And then, of course, Kurt actually falls out and actually passes out. Wolverine has to save him because she's just not really paying attention. Thing is, too, he was kind of egging it on, and he ultimately ends up being smitten. He really likes her, in a sense, but it was really more her fault. She was the one that really wasn't taking the whole thing seriously, and I hate the fact that Kurt got in trouble for this, because, like, Cyclops was right there. He should have been able to tell Xavier, hey, and obviously he can look into Kurt's mind, knowing the truth and seeing, hey, she was the one kind of instigating all this and doing all this, and he was just trying to play the part of an unconscious person or whatever, a team member knocked down, and she really just wasn't paying attention and doesn't care. Not really. She's not taking it seriously. So, of course, they're stuck at home. Not really, because then she's like, hey, let's go to the carnival. And then, of course, they go and they have a lot of fun, and he's going along with her, you know, putting her little balls of, you know, energy or whatever, the explosions, whatever you call the boom booms, I guess. I have no idea what you call them. But going around doing all that, and a lot of it was like just silly little shit. The one thing in Blob's hot dog and exploding it, that was funny. All of it, that was funny. But Kurt was kind of egging that on because he was, you know, bamfing around, allowing her to do that, and then bamfing out so they can, you know, watch from a distance what happens and everything. So, in a sense, that's at the carnival. That's where they're both kind of egging each other on to do some things they're not supposed to be doing. Of course, they're already breaking their rules because they're not supposed to be leaving after school. They're supposed to be going back to the mansion after school and doing training sessions and not leaving, and they're not allowed to leave for 2 weeks. So, you know, he gets way more trouble after the fact. But her dad, of course, is there, and then they go off and steal. And then that's when the Brotherhood's there because they're the ones who are living in a really crappy version of the X-Mansion, kinda. Mystique's store is locked for some reason. It makes sense now seeing it. It's a very extravagant room. Like, this is Mystique's room, really? Like, she is living in luxury in this room compared to everything else in that house, which is broken down and nasty. She breaks it open because she ends up going there because after her dad was arrested and she was basically brought in as well because she was there at the time when the police showed up because she actually had helped, but then she was trying to like stop him because he only cared about the money when they fell to the floor. And I kind of just figured when she's reaching out to him, Dad, grab my hand, because she's trying to save him because he's about to fall. He's already fell to the floor. He's hanging on, and he could either grab a hold of her, pull, so she can pull him up. But I don't know because the floor was already breaking under her too, so adding that extra weight of trying to pull him up would have knocked her down too, I think. But the gesture of it would have made more sense. But he goes for the money. Nightcrawler's there. Of course, the Brotherhood, they try to intervene and everything, stealing that money as well because they wanted money, right? They wanted that cash. I don't know how much money it would have been, though, right? Would it have been a lot of money? Like, how successful was this carnival exactly? We don't know. But Nightcrawler saves both of them as they're falling, and then when they land, the dad used the bag and slams it into Kurt. I'm like, what an asshole. So it's like, okay, good, I'm glad he's arrested. And in fact, he had more warrants and everything, so apparently he's a really bad guy, which they've already kind of implied that, but they really make a point that he's a really bad guy. And then she leaves. I was expecting the typical route because, as we know with kid shows, and this show was made for kids, but families can watch it too, but it's mainly for kids. With these kind of shows, typically you would think, okay, she's in trouble, but she's not going to leave, right? There'll be a speech, she stays. No, she actually does not stay. Like, I'm actually applauding because in the typical version of this story that they were trying to tell here of this girl who was raised pretty bad, her dad's a bad guy, he shows back up, and then she does something wrong, then she fixes it or tries to, and then we kind of fix it, right? We fix it where she stays. But in this version, we do all that, but at the end, no, she leaves. She goes to the Brotherhood's house and breaks into Mystique's room, the extravagant giant room, and then she locks them out. And then she's done. And I think the whole point of Kurt there, obviously really upset and bothered by it, and Scott saying, look, she's going to see how it is out there and she'll realize this is easier for her. And he's like, no, I also see the point, but also I think she knows how it is out there. She knows how life is out there. So I don't know. She may come back. I also wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't because they made a point to have her leave when she could have easily just stayed, but she left. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions up in the air about that, but I think overall the episode was, decent. It wasn't terrible, but I think just my kind of mixed feelings on her kind of made it hard for me to really enjoy the episode. I like certain aspects of it for sure, but we'll see what happens. She may grow on me, but for right now, kind of mixed on it. But anyways, I'm curious what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know in the comments below, guys. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, like I said, let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.